Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Chatting with Chantel. Good morning. Welcome to another episode. I am your girl Chantel, and we are back with another episode, another moment that we can share, another moment that we can motivate, encourage, or just chat. Thank you so much for taking time to tune in and listen. For those of you that are joining me for the very first time, please make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know where you're listening from. We are on Facebook, Instagram, every online podcast platform. We also have a YouTube channel that is Chatting with Chantel. Make sure you hit the notification button as well as the subscribe button so that you know when new podcasts come out. Thank you so much. Good morning. Happy Saturday to all of those that are up and moving and making the most out of today. We have completed another work week. We are, of course, in the new year, 2023, and we have completed another work week, and we are either still working on this Saturday or we're taking time out to, catch up on some much needed rest, running errands, or doing absolutely nothing, which is always a good thing, of course. Good morning to everyone. I hope that you had a successful work week and that everything that you did, everything that you accomplished, was something that you sought out through the course of the week. You made a plan and you were able to execute it effortlessly. Good morning to you all. Thank you so much for each and every message that I have recently got. Thank you so much for all the likes and the shares. It's definitely noted. It's definitely noticed. And I appreciate it. And I'm just glad to be back and able to conversate on this Saturday morning. Of course, for me, it's been a long week. Very strenuous mentally. And with that being said, I told myself that on today I was going to definitely have some much needed me time. And me time doesn't necessarily always mean that we're getting the norm, like hair done, manicure, pedicure, nail, whatever we do. But it was just a moment for me to kind of decompress mentally, a lot of thoughts that were going on in mind, a lot of things that I've just been thinking on and dealing with just within the course of this year, of course. And then, of course, I have also allowed myself to have a lot going on in my spiritual walk, where I am actually, challenging myself to take on more, to learn more. And so it's just been a busy week, a lot. And so today, I'm going to take this time to make sure that I look out for me. Because if you don't look out for you, of course, no one else will. If you don't know how to ultimately, at the end of the day, know how to make yourself happy and know how to unplug and unwind and be able to just appreciate the day, nobody else is going to allow you to do that. So definitely for me, it is a mental health day. It's a mental health moment that is much needed before we start another work week. And nothing necessarily has to be wrong if you decide to take a mental health day. It doesn't mean that, anything is wrong. It just means that, hey, I am in need of just a moment where it's just me. No, I'm not required to do anything, not required to answer or engage in anything, because right now I'm catering to myself. So that's what today is for me. But even in having this mental health day for me, I thought about, we're at the beginning of a new year. We're in the beginning of a new year, excuse me. And, so many of us started the new year out with lists and goals and new endeavors and aspirations. And to some, it may be overwhelming. To many, it may be overwhelming. And to some, it may be nothing, because that's exactly how we like to live life. But at the end of the day, I do think it's important to, at the beginning of the year, look at you. Look at what makes you happy. Look at what keeps you going. Look at what allows you to be you. And so on today, the title of this episode is, What Is It? And I know it's just so vague, and you're probably thinking like, okay, what is it? But what is it? What is it? Oh, excuse me. What is it that keeps you going daily? From the time that you wake up in the morning and you give God thanks and you give him appreciation, you show him love for, just keeping you safe throughout the week and leading and guiding you and allowing you to go to and from and allowing your family to be safe and kept. You have food, clothing, and shelter. Aside from all of that, what is it? Aside from you being able to do what you do in your life, whether it's spiritually, whether it's in your career, whether it's in school, aside from all of that, what is it that you look to or you gravitate to every single day, because you know that's that one place that you feel safe, that you feel heard, that you feel like it's a no judgment zone. It's that one place that allows you to have complete control over the moment, because everything that is happening in that moment caters to you. What is it? Of course, we're always going to say that God is the head of my life, which he is. Everything that I do, I live, I move, I breathe, and I have my being is because of the God in me. But what is it that allows me to live my life in the fullness thereof that he gives me? What is it, the thing that makes me happy? What is that thing that even if I mess up, I go right back to it and try and fix it and try and rebuild it and try and revamp it and try and just recreate it? What is it? And what is it that, the things that drives you to be great, the things that drive you to be responsible or dedicated, motivated, and unapologetically happy? What is it? Can you ask yourself? Stand, look yourself in the mirror, or just have a moment where, every Saturday morning I take the time to make sure, I just have a quiet time. It's my devotion time. It's when I write. It's when I, spend time with listening to music and creating. What is it? In that time, I'm unapologetically happy. It does not matter what I'm doing when it's that moment or when I'm doing that thing. There's a sense of relief. There's a sense of freedom. What is it? Can you ask yourself, what is it? And it's okay to ask yourself that. It's okay to not even know it. It's okay to know it and stay true to it. I constantly tell people all the time, when they ask, like, what are some of my greatest accomplishments, or what do I hands down enjoy doing inside and out, day to day, like without even a thought. I can remember that it's always, I say that my children are my greatest accomplishment. and that, being their mom and being able to, just watch them grow up and engage in different activities and, succeed, have an academic excellence and just, accomplish so many goals in their lives. That was my greatest accomplishment. But, as you go older and you become wiser, you understand the importance of making sure that in order for me to be all that I can for them, I have to allow them to see me in a place where it's just all about me. That's not being selfish. That's teaching them self-appreciation. That's teaching them self-awareness. That's teaching them that, guess what? At the end of the day, loving you is really what matters. It's what allows you to be who you are and not have to second guess any thought that you have, or not try and be something that you're not, or not try and have complexes about the things that you do, or, just think that, or just have that thought that you're never good enough. And so when I asked myself, what is it, April, that, allows you to get up every morning and do the same thing, and not necessarily the same thing, but what is it every morning that allows you to get up and regardless of whatever is going on in your life, regardless of however things have played out, you still get up, you still make it your business to be purposeful, and you still make it your business to show love and show kindness? What is it? And at the end of the day, I had to answer myself and say that it's me. What is it? It's me. Me. The fact that I love and I know who I am. I'm proud of what I have evolved into. And it's a process, like daily, we're changing, or, as we're getting older and finer and wiser with age, you can look back at different eras in your life and you can see how you've changed, how you've become, how I've become, if I'm speaking about myself, how I've become just such a confident person, and how that regardless of, whatever the thought may be, I understand and I know who I am, and I'm confident, like, just in that era of my life. It's what makes me happy. What makes me happy is to be able to get up and dress me. What makes me happy is to be able to get up and look in the mirror and see the beauty that God has created. What makes me happy is to know that the love that I share, the love that I give, the love that I receive is because I am me. I don't try and be anybody that I'm not. I'm not going to sugarcoat or dummy down anything about me. I'm not going to dim anything about me, because it took a lot for me to get to this point. So what is the point of getting to this point if I've got to dim, or if I've got to dummy down, or if I've got to have complexes about what I've evolved to? Me allows me to get up every morning and be happy and grateful and thankful for the things that I have, for the people that are in my life, for the people that God has allowed me to have in my life or have over my life. It's just an appreciation for me. Had there would have been no me, you have to think, there would have been none of the things that are going on in your life. And that's what it is. It's me. I drive me. Every day I get up wanting to be better than I was yesterday. So I look back and I'll be like, okay, any mistakes that I made on yesterday, allow me not to make those mistakes today. If it was a conversation that I had and it didn't necessarily go like it needed to, if the words were said wrong, or if just the reaction came off wrong, and it may have, given the wrong message, allow me to be able to go back and fix that. That's being better than I was yesterday. So my response that I gave yesterday cannot be the same today, because if me is driving me, daily I'm trying to be better. Daily I'm pushing myself. Don't respond in that manner, or don't move in that manner, April. You stay the course. Stay motivated, stay responsible, stay happy, stay just you. Be you at the end of the day. And that's all that you can be. That's all that you can be happy to be is you. Yes, we can grow, we can mature, we can become wiser, we can even have minor setbacks that cause us to, even have to think a little bit. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm still me. Me drives me. Me allows me to wake up every morning and do it all over again and be happy that I got another opportunity to do it all over again. What is it that drives you? What is it that allows you to do what you do when you do what you do? What is it? What do you get out of it? How does it make you feel? What gratification is at the end of whatever that you do? Everything, and I've constantly been saying this, even on last year, that everything that I'm doing from this point on in my life is intentional and it's purposefully driven. It does not matter. And it's not necessarily only speaking spiritual. Of course, that is my main focus, to grow spiritually. But guess what? Even in my day-to-day natural life, there are things that I am purposeful about doing. Things that maybe I have messed up in the past that I am rectifying now. It's purposeful. It's intentional. It's because I have goals and aspirations and dreams and things that I wish to do, things that I wish to accomplish. And so it is intentional that everything that I do cater to those things that I have asked, or those things that I wish to obtain. Me is what it is. Me is it. Like April Chantel Skinner. That is who it is. It's me. What is it? It's me. It's me. And I'm happy to say that that's not selfish. That's not conceited. That's not being boastful. It's making sure that I can take care of this person so that this person can be all that she needs to be in the lives of those that need her the most. Like when you're still, if you're walking in the role of a parent, like it's still needed. Like your children need to see that you're able to take care of you, so that once they get older, hey, your first responsibility is to God, and then it is to you. It is to make sure that you are mentally, physically, spiritually okay. Take care of you. And a lot of times, sometimes as, women, as parents, as supervisors, as leaders, we get lost in the sauce sometimes. Lost, and we keep putting things and people in front of us, and it begins to wear on us. We begin to get aggravated and tired, when all along we need to go back to the main focus, which is us. Excuse me. And it's not saying that everything is about you. But what it is I have to make sure that the core, the foundation, is strong enough to handle all this getting ready to unfold. That the core, or that the biggest moving piece, is able to keep moving and keep building and keep investing and keep imparting and keep motivating and keep empowering and keep ministering and keep worshiping and keep praising. All of those parts have to be able to keep going. But before I can do all of that, I have to make sure that me is okay. What is it about me? It's simple. First of all, I'm going to say always that I love me, that I have my own style. I love that I am creative, that I'm passionate about music, that I have my own personality, and love is something that I give, and I give it on purpose because that's what I desire to receive. I love to have a good time. I love to, even in the good times and in the bad, those that are in my life can be honest. And I'm big on that. Like, if you're in my life, or if you're, speaking into my life, or if you're actively, in my life as a friend, a sister, that one pact that we have is that honesty is key. What is it about her? Her is me. What is it about her that I can set standards and boundaries for those that have access to me? And this goes for family, it goes for my children, it goes for my spouse. I can set standards and boundaries for how they deal with me, for how you come at me, for what I will accept, for what I won't accept, for what I will allow and what I won't allow. Guess what? That's because it's me. I don't have to accept anything that I don't have to, because me drives me. And if me drives me, I have to make sure that everything that is a moving part in my life lines up with what I'm doing. It's what I'm saying, it's what I'm believing, and it's what I'm walking in. God is the head of everything that I do. So nothing about me can say, or tap into other things that don't line up with how God has given this thing to me. What is it that allows me to be who I am, to do what I do, to have what I have? What is it about me? It's because I desire to have the finest. It's the fact that I desire to accomplish what many say is unaccomplishable. It's because I desire to have what some people don't even desire. And I'm not talking financial. Please don't think that. I'm not talking materialistic things, but there's so many other things that I desire that make me happy. Of course, I work with children as well. Working with children makes me happy. Do I have a standard? Yes. Do I have boundaries? Yes. Do I have limits? Yes. But all of that is so that I can excel in what makes me happy. You see, God is at the center of it all. But his work begins in us. It starts with us. We have to work on us before we can begin to let us be shown to the world or be given to people. We have to be able to take care of us, if that is what drives you. Different things drive different people, different strokes for different folks. But guess what? I drive me. So the work that God is beginning on the inside of me, now it starts within me first, so that it will begin to show up and others will be able to see the good works that God has done in my life. So before we can help others, he makes sure that we have self-appreciation for the person in the mirror, the person that we get up and we look at and we're talking to constantly in our head, and that we are setting such high standards and expectations for that person, that at the end of the day, I need me to be, like I said, the best me that I can possibly be, day in and day out. Every day may not be sunshine and roses, but you take the rain the cloudy days, the tears, the loneliness, and you blend it into strength. To not quit, joy to supersede sorrow, and love to love always. Every day is not going to be easy. You're not going to win every day. You're not going to succeed every day. But one thing I've learned and I've understood is that I can't take it out on me. What you do is you go back to the drawing board and you figure out what you can do differently, or how can you remove yourself from a situation because it's making me feel a certain type of way. What is it? It's me that drives me every day to walk in the fullness thereof and be glad. There is no life manual but the Bible that leads us and guides us into all truth. Daily, it gives us examples, it gives us scriptures, it gives us motivation, it gives us moments of empowerment and reminders that, guess what? God created us to be unique. God created us to be our own image, our own person. I don't desire to be like anybody. I don't want to do anything like anybody. But what I want to do is continue to take care of me, so that driving force that I have in me that drives me to keep doing and keep imparting and keep creating and keep developing keeps happening. What is it? What is it that drives you daily? Some people may say music. Some people may say money. Some people may say cooking. You know, there's a lot that drives us. What makes music makes me happy. Music allows me, it'll put me in a place where, guess what? I can relax myself. I can sometimes overexert myself. I can learn. I can even begin to just reflect. Because music is that place for me. But at the end of the day, what drives me to get up and do it all over again is me. There's nobody better than me. How do I say that? Because you have to first love you before anybody else will. Before anybody else will accept you. Before anybody else will know how to treat you, you have to know how to treat you. And what an aha moment to, kind of just tie this all in with the fact that, I've made today a mental health day for me because I definitely need it. There's so much that's going on that, you know what? I made it my business to, hey, today, in this moment, in this time, I'm setting out this time so that April, that Chantel, that Miss Skinner, that mom can take care of her. And even in the taking care of her, be happy and not feel guilty. Be relaxed and not feel like something's not being done. What is it that drives you daily? Of course, I'm a big advocate for mental health because our mental is so important to how we operate day to day. And if we're taking care of our mental, it spills over into our physical, and that spills over into our spiritual. Like, it will all line up. Spiritual, physical, mental, it will all tie itself together. And if everybody's in right alignment, if everybody is making sure that all the boxes are checked, the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, then you began to grow. You began to be able to do all of those things that you desire to do. And then when it's time for you to give of yourself to someone, it's a healthy give. It's a healthy share. It's a healthy impartation, or it's a healthy conversation because you are okay with who you are. What is it? What is it that drives you? Ask yourself that as you are spending time with yourself today, and just taking that moment to realize that you are special, you are loved, that you are unique, that you're chosen, that everybody has that one special thing about them that sets them apart from the rest. What is it that drives you? Thank you so much for tuning in on this morning. I hope that you finish out the rest of your day answering those questions and being able to just take care of you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for all the likes, the shares, the comments. Be sure to share wherever you're listening to this from. And let me know what you think. For those of you that are not on social media, you can also email me at bookaprilskinner@gmail.com. Give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Thank you so much. Don't forget to, we are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. Excerpts from the podcast, excuse me, are on Snapchat. Thank you so much. And as we are enjoying the rest of this weekend and getting ready for a new week, make sure that you take care of you. You look you in the mirror and let you know that I love you, that you're special, you're strong, and that there's only one you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.